Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. So we are going to be exploring this massive settlement city build that I've been working on in normal mode. If you've been following the micro build series that we've been doing on settlements, this is kind of like what would happen when all the pieces are put together. All the little builds that we've been doing in each episode. Once they're all together and it's all connected as one big city, this is what it's going to look like. And I wanted to take you guys on a tour of it today and show you around. It's been a bit of a labour of love, if I'm going to be honest, because I had one of these a long time ago when I first started settlements and things, and we first started building on them. I wanted to have a go at it, and I did like a Tatooine kind of version, and I always liked the Viking cities because they've got the best structures, I think, because of all the sandstone and stuff that they're using. So we'll start outside the city walls, and we've got 3 landing pads here and a little exocraft sort of like spaceship hangar in the background where you can get all the parts and things repaired for any ships that are docking. And just beyond there you can see that's the main entrance to the city. Now one of the things that I wanted to do was try and keep the planet's surface in sections of the city while sort of putting stone paving down for other parts of the city to separate off into districts. So as you can see, when we enter through the archways of the main entrance, we've kept it this lush, lovely little grass with all these little flowers and things like that, toadstools sticking out. We've got a main little square here. You see in the little building off to there, you follow that through and that'll take you through to the main section where the marketplaces are and things. Got a few more buildings here put like this. It's really fun, guys, once you start getting these walls in and you start working out where everything's going to go, and little additions to buildings that already exist, like that little front there and things like that. So off down that section is the main walkway, the main Broadway if you like, and it'll take you round to the marketplaces which circle all the way around the main square. But this first little section here that we're going to come to is sort of like the entertainment district. It's got the bar off in the background, the saloon over there. We've got an open outside bar here surrounding that fish tank, and as you come round here you're going to see that we've got a couple of merchants that have set up. You've got your weapons merchant and you've got your scientists who have set themselves up and they've been operating here. Some archways over there leading off into a different part. We've got some outside seating that we've built up over the saloon, which we've give to Cafe 42 if you notice in the background there. And as you come round here past the open bar, off in the distance there we've just got some storage spaces and stuff like that. Like you can see, I've used existing buildings that are already prefabricated by the settlement and I've built round them and things like that. It's a really good way of doing it. So once we enter into the saloon here, you can see it's the normal bar, and then we'll enter out the back and we're going to enter into nice little sort of like Zen garden if you like out the back. So as we come through here, got some cool little trees planted up and things. Nice little place for any of the customers to come out and have a drink and just chill for a bit. Like, I wanted to go a little bit mad here, but I kind of kept myself like as calm as I could because I wanted to fill it up with loads of plants and stuff, but I thought less is more, and it works really well. And as you can see, the city's looming off there in the distance behind the saloon. So we'll come back through and we're going to exit out of the left hand side door past the bar, and that's going to bring us out into the seating area, which is all the outside tables and the outside restaurant. And as we pass through there, we come along to this archway, and this archway is going to lead us off back into the main mall, or the main sort of light strip. But I wanted to build this section as much as I could really dark and sort of like under the building, and use the archways that already existed underneath this prefab building. So I thought it'd be a right little cool little like where you could get mugged and stuff like that if you're not careful, where all the bandits hang out and things like that. So it comes through here like this, and as you can see it goes off into the distance back where we came from, past this little build here, all them trees and that. We come round here, there's another prefabricated building that I've extended onto, and what I've done is I've put the exocraft merchant inside his own little hub here. So there he is in his garage. He's busy at work ignoring me. He always ignores me, never talks to me, that guy. It's well annoying. Everybody else gives me a wave. But here we go. As we come through here towards the end of the strip, off to the right through those arches is the main square, and that's where the main marketplace is and everything else, but we'll come to that at the end of the build. So once we pass the Diplo statue and the windmill, we're going to be entering into marketplace territory. So we'll come through this archway here, past these buildings, and here we go. We're out into a marketplace. As you can see, we've got a botanist there in his building, and some more buildings off into the background around that square. And then there's one marketplace. That's the first of the two marketplaces that we've got. We've used the trick that we used in the micro builds episode to pull up on the windows, build some courtyards either side of it and everything. But as you can see, we're all inside here. We've got two entrance ways to go into each courtyard. First courtyard I just made up as a maintenance thing, put some machinery and stuff and some spare mixers and things like that. I didn't go too crazy. Again, I'm trying to save parts for sort of like other things that I want to do, and just sort of build on the parts that are already there. You only have to add one or two pieces to make it feel a lot more fleshed out. So as we come through here, we'll exit through this door and we're back out into the marketplace square. And that's the botanist up there. That's where we go to get all carbon and stuff like that. He'll sell you some nip and things, some nice little fruits in the background there. That's just an addition onto an existing building. So that big building that was behind it was all prefabricated in. And again, it's just about using the space and thinking to yourself, I'm going to build onto the side of things so that these buildings look a lot more bigger than they are and they can be slightly interactive. As we come through these archways, we're into the second marketplace, which I wanted to keep this green, so I put that cool plant in the middle of it. We've got some more doors going off there into the back of that market there. And as you can see, we'll follow these archways through here. And we're going to enter into the initial bit of this marketplace, like the front square of this market. So a couple of stalls there, selling some bits and bobs. We've got that cart with that skull in it. I thought that was pretty cool, just lobbing that down. And then we come into this is the second marketplace. Now this one I've geared up to be more looking like it's selling plants and things like that, and it's sort of like a bit more like a hotel-ish, if you like. So I've put out this courtyard and things like that, so that like the marketplace customers have got somewhere to come and chill. They can sit down in here. That door that on the left there leads back into the main square that we were in a second ago. So like you say, you can take the load off, sit in the little Zen garden, and then treat that one more like a hotel. I think that was what the aim was, because I had two marketplaces and I doubled up and I didn't want to make them the same. So I went for the first one as a marketplace, and this second one, yeah, I tried to sort of like make it feel like more it was a hotel. So you come out the back, and as you can see out the back of it here, I've put this big stone bit and some mushrooms and things, just tried to make a little sort of like garden area again. So like you had the chill Zen garden the other side, and this is more like a monument garden that you can walk around. Going through that archway over there will lead you back into the main square, so you can access this from that way as well. But yeah, that's sort of like the hotel that is that exists within the city, the main bit. And then from the hotel, I thought it was the best place to put the landing pads for the main Starship dock. Seeing as the hotel was right on the doorstep of it, it made sense that guys and girls that were jumping off and coming in would want to put the boots up first and get the sense sorted before they head out for a night on the town or whatever business it is that they're doing, however shady it is. I wasn't sure whether it was that kind of city or if it was decent, but it looks a bit overrun in places, so I thought, yeah, it can be a bit shady. There's a bit of dodgy dealing going on and everything like that. So all those recharge batteries that you can see under those tents is what the hook up the starships to when they want to recharge the fuel tanks and things like that. And then the back of the overseer's office, as you can see, the teleport just through that window, that backs onto there. So if you don't want to go to the hotel and you want to get on with things, you come straight through here from the Starship dock, and it leads you into the second section of the city, which is going to exit out there to some outer buildings and things like that, a few people that live on the outskirts and things. And this is more about the exocraft, and also it's a little bit like the storage side of town, you know, where like they keep all of the trash, they keep all of the things that, like, you know, you don't want to see in the main city because it makes it look bad. This is where all the construction goes on and all the kind of like building and things like that, where we keep all that, which is probably the most dodgy end of town, to be honest. It does look a bit overgrown and knackered like. But we're going to come through here, And at the bottom of here we're going to see that there's a couple of maintenance sheds and things like that. There's places where they've been storing lots of things to fix machines and keep the place running. I imagine this is where they'd probably keep a lot of the power generators and things like that. And at the end of this bit here we've got this building. As we come through here we're going to enter up into sort of like the exocraft hangar, almost like the science wing, or the institution if you like, for robotics or something like that, which could be a section of the city where all that tech development goes on and things like that. Obviously it's going to have a government, they're going to have branches and things like that. So this is everything that's going on there. And we've got the exomech that you can call in, and there's a big hole in the roof, so you're able to jump out of it and you shoot straight off into the mountains and you start exploring and everything like that. But as you can see, the city in the background, these terminal desks here that have got exomech parts on them and things like that we've been working on. We've got all these observation windows that you can come out and you can see obviously all the city in the background and the skyline over there. And then on the other side you're looking out onto a mountain range and you can see all the planet laying out before you, because the city's built on the edge of a cliff. So we'll come back through here, and I don't know if you saw that just in the top left corner there, there's actually a massive crashed freighter just on a crest of a hill, just to sort of like the south of the city, and it's quite visible from most places when you're in the city. It's quite cool to see it. So we'll come through here and we'll enter into this bit, which is going to bring us back out to where we started, and that's going to be the 3 hangars. Got a little courtyard here that I thought I'd build up. So that's all the way around the outer ring of the city. And now we'll have a look at the central markets and everything else, the observer's office, the few guilds that are going on down there, and what we've put in the middle. So we'll come back up these steps. Once we'll come down here, we'll head through these doors on the left, and this is one of the several different ways of getting into the main square. It's pretty much every single district you can enter into the main square. So here we go. This is the main marketplace. You see the windmill off in the distance. Loads of benches and seating. The main monolith in the middle, the control hub of the entire settlement. And what I've done is, all the buildings that surround that monument are in a circle roughly. So all I've done is I've extended onto all of those buildings and built my own sort of like fronts to them, or extra rooms or little things like that. So the front of that one there, you can see I've extended it out with the sign. We've built another little cafe, sort of mock-up cafe here in the middle, so that people that are out on a market day can come and chill and have a beer or a wine or a coffee or whatever it is they're doing. And then we've got a merchants guild there, which is that building just off to the left. Through that archway will take you back out to the landing pads. But once we pass through here, I wanted to just build on the front of the overseer's office and make it a little bit more. So we've got this little foyer now, this little antechamber, and then come through here and it's your overseer's office. You've got all your controls there, you've got everything you need to control and do all your missions and things, and then you've got your teleport out. It's pretty standard. I just put a save thing in here, and I just thought it was nice to have something on the front of it like that, and build it inside, make it feel like it was partially inside. I just like the way the archways work, and it all feels very close, but then you're coming out straight away into this very open square and all this marketplace going on. So yeah, we'll take a look round this side now, and we've got the bobs. There they are, look, the trio of bobs. You've got to have a bob, every base has got to have a bob. But I thought I'd go a bit crazy and put 3 in and make a little monument thing of it like that. It's lovely, get to sit around it, have a chat with him, he's a great guy. And then it comes on to the main marketplace. Now this is the main bit, this is where everything gets sold, all your materials and everything like that, all the bits of exotic things that you want to pick up, bars. This is where you're going to get all the trouble. This is where everything's going to go down. This place is normally full of people, to be honest. I don't know where everybody is at the moment. It's well random. All my settlers have disappeared. I think they're all inside buildings and stuff, to be honest. They randomly do that sometimes. They're all out in force when you're trying to build, but as soon as you're doing something like this, everyone buggers off inside. But yeah, this is the main marketplace. As you can see, all the wares are available on all the tables and stuff. We've got another bob in the corner there, and then we've got a little bit more of a aquatic themed marketplace there. I wasn't sure what was going on, but I wanted to do something that was a little bit different. So we'll swing back round through again, And there we go. We'll come back through here. The main part is that monolith there. We'll take a look at that in a second. But I've just done a little weapons guild merchant here. I've put that there, and that's on the side of the market. And then just in this building here, I've got the Overseer's Terminal, the one that you can pop down, and I've turned it into a little bit of a market for him. You can go there, you can get... I've tried to make it look like the cartographers or something like that, or it's got something like that going on inside of it. Imagine you'd go and pick missions up from him and stuff like that, or you'd be able to go and get bounties and things maybe, I don't know. But yeah, as you can see, there's the rest of it, just coming round here again, build on to the buildings that are there, just adding little bits, little features and things like that, just to flesh it out and make it feel like it's just a little bit more than it is. Because to be honest, the settlement does a lot of work for you. All these prefabricated buildings that you can see, that doesn't add to your base limit. So if you're clever and you use the videos as well that we put up in micro builds, learn how to build the walls, learn how to section off each part of the city, and just make these little moments, make these little bits and bobs going on, do your marketplaces, do your main squares, flesh it out like that. I hit the 3,000 base part limit as I finished the last panel on the Exocraft hangar bay, the science wing that you saw, and I was like, oh, at least I managed it. I wasn't sure at one point whether I was going to do it, but I really put a lot of effort into trying to make sure that I was very clever with everything that I did, and I didn't really overdo it in any one section. Again, using that rule of thumb that I stuck to, the settlement does most of the work for you. It really does, guys. All the prefabs, all the little canisters and boxes that are put in already, you only have to add one or two things to it to make it just feel that little bit more full than it is. So yeah, here we go. This is the main monument in the middle, and we'll take a look at it from the sky and get a bird's eye view in it, and you can see what kind of settlement that I'm doing at the moment. I think, to be honest, it's only a B class one. I don't think I've done much to it. I need to jump on some more missions. I was mainly focused on getting all the prefab buildings built in, which is something that I suggest that you do if you're going to have an attempt at this. Once you've got your base computer down, and once you've decided where you're going to put everything and everything like that, you've worked it out in your head, make sure that all the settlement prefab buildings are in. I think there's about 15 to 18. I've never really counted them properly, but I think there's about that much anyway. But you'll know when you come to the end of it, because you'll just run out of them. They won't be there anymore, and you'll just cycle through the other missions. But yeah, there you go. That's the settlement build. That's what you can do if you bang all the bits together that we've been doing over the weeks. The micro build series will continue. I've got a few more things to show you, like the saloon and things like that, and making little bits and bobs. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the tour, guys. I know it was a long one, but there was a lot to show you, and I really put a lot of effort into it, so I really hope people enjoyed it. But thank you very much for supporting the channel, everybody. It's been absolutely awesome. We will see you in future videos, but for now, take care of yourselves. It's been good to see you, and we will see you soon. thank you very much for watching the video, everybody. We really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please consider giving the channel a like and a subscribe. Hit the bell notification as well to keep up to date with everything that we're doing. We really appreciate those likes and subscribe, guys. They keep us going. Thank you so much. We just want to take a second to say thank you to our Creative Club members and also our Creative Club graduates that you can see on the screen now. You guys are rock and rollers. Thank you so much. If you want to join the membership, hit the button below, come over and join the members club with us. Every single member will get a free Adventures of Murray comic and all sorts of other little bits and bobs that we throw in there as well, so it's really worth it, guys. But if you want to support the channel, like it, subscribe it, don't skip the ads. You're really helping us out. We appreciate every single last one of you, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video. So for now, take care, guys. We'll see you soon.